Great job. Great job.
No, you're great.
And as request, well, I know I'm great, but as requested, I have not looked at any of this script because you told me that you wanted me to be surprised.
You're going to be super surprised. Guys, it's the second week of December, and Sarah and I have decided that we need to start getting Team Holiday Spirit. We are.
Because we love Santa Claus.
Look at him. We love him.
No,
Look at him.
his little short corgi legs.
Look at his little short corgi legs. Does he have sunglasses on? No, that's just the eyeballs.
It's his fur. Yeah, it's his fur pattern. Because he's a cardigan corgi, not a Pembroke corgi. Because that's the kind of corgi I have.
I love that. I love that so much because I do the same thing. I'm like when they ask me what type of dog Guinness is, I go, he's a tricolor Australian Shepherd. Get that right. And it's black coat, okay? Black coat, tricolor, okay? Get that right. Yeah, I never thought I'd be that person. I don't know if
here we are.
I don't know if I'll be that mom that's like, oh yes, my child is 48 months old. I don't know.
Okay, that might be a little much, but
I've seen it. I've heard it in like the living, breathing in flesh. I've seen someone tell me that, and then I'm just going mathing. I'm like 12, 24,
4 years old.
Yeah, that's a long time.
You have a 4-year-old.
Why can't you just say 4? But
yeah.
You know what? Welcome to Story Sirens.
Welcome to Story Sirens.
Where we deep dive into myths and mysteries from around the world and absolutely love deep diving into certain myths during the holiday season. My name is Yenny.
And I'm Sarah. And it's week 2 of our Holly Jolly Winter Myths Month.
Woo! Say that 5 times.
No. Last week we covered Jack Frost, and this week we continue the theme of recognizable winter characters with someone who might be just as important as old Kris Kringle himself.
Very much so. Who do you think can handle all the little elves?
Make sure that everyone is fed and cleaned.
Remind Mr. Claus to check his list twice.
Set the alarm so that he knows when to start his trip around the world.
And of course, who do you think is going to be massaging Mr. Claus's
Yenny?
back? I was going to say back.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, have faith in me.
It's fine. It's just you tend to go a little overboard sometimes.
I know. But she also massages his butt.
Okay, that's it. Okay. If you don't already have an idea, we're talking about the very busy and very important Mrs. Claus.
Yes, we are. Now, unfortunately, although we know behind every great man is an even greater woman, it's sad to say that there isn't too much we know about Mrs. Claus.
She's a private lady, a very private lady.
She's a very private lady, exactly. Mr. Claus was single for quite some time before he was given a wife.
He didn't really have much time to date, obviously.
And that's because he had a literary arranged marriage, I believe.
If you haven't listened to our episode back in season 1 where we covered St. Nick's evolution into Mr. Claus, you should definitely check it out after you finish this episode. So,
yes.
Just keep the fun festive times going.
Exactly. And why do I say literary arranged marriage? Well, yeah, that's because
why do you say that?
That's how she was created. He was just given a wife one day because someone wrote it down. And that was it.
Okay.
He didn't get to date.
Okay.
He didn't get to go around
really
town asking for people like, hey, would you like to be Mrs. Claus? No. He just got her. So, Mrs. Claus today.
How do you feel about cold weather and a lot of toys?
Yes. You have no choice, by the way. Mrs. Claus today is usually depicted as a kind, older woman with white hair and wearing a fur dress of green or red. She has 2 options.
Aww.
She has glasses just like her husband and is known to be baking cookies, helping the elves, or snuggling up with Santa.
She is the absolute cutest. But, Yenny, do we know where she first appeared?
Actually, we see the first mention of her in missionary James Reese's 1849 short story, A Christmas Legend. The short story follows a husband and his wife with 2 of their 3 children attempting to celebrate Christmas Eve. Yet, their spirits are down, just like every holiday movie in the beginning. Like, the families have a terrible time.
Listen, You got to start with the blue mood before you move into the festivities.
There you
That's
go.
just the rule of Hallmark.
Now, during their discourse over the child who left them with no word and lack of money to have a merry and bright Christmas, an older couple knocks...
So wait, well, hold on. Pause. So they had 4 children and one just
No, they had
left?
3 children and one
They
left.
had 3 children, one left. Okay, so now it's just 2 of them.
Yes.
Got it. All right. One kid said, listen, you did not get me that Xbox. I'm out of here.
And she left.
Okay.
So, an older couple, Sarah, knocks on their door, seeking a place to stay the night. The husband and wife allow the old couple to stay for the night, unaware of who they are, and their children wake up the next morning with gifts and merry cheer.
Aww.
The wife races to let the older couple know about what's going on. But upon the guest door opening, the old couple had since transformed.
Out came not the decrepit old man and woman, but a young and lovely couple dressed in fine clothes, their faces lit up with smiles, and the Merry Christmas was given with a fervor and sincerity, to hear which was to feel that it came from the heart.
The
That's
husband
really sweet.
understood that in his house was no mere couple, but the Clauses. When questioned, the couple responded,
Hush, sir. Recollect this Christmas morn, and we now appear not as old Santa Claus and his wife, but as we are, the mere actors of this pleasing farce.
The story ends on a good note, but there's quite a plot twist. See, remember the lost child? Not child number 4.
That.
Child number 3.
Child number 3.
So,
thank you for bearing with
the
me.
lost child the husband and wife has is named Amelia, and it's none other than Santa Claus's wife.
What?
Yeah, it's a bit of a plot twist. But here's the
How long was she gone? How old is she?
But here's the plot twist. Ready? In reality, the couple who they had let in was their daughter and her husband all along, just looking different because they hadn't seen them in 7 years. So in reality, it was super complicated. So in reality, it wasn't Santa Claus. It was just them. But then there had to have been some magic because Christmas gifts
they
came
looked
out.
and they looked like decrepit old people. And okay,
listen.
So they're fake Santa.
Yeah.
And his wife.
Yeah. You know what? But it does serve as our first ever look into Santa with his wife, even though it's technically
not.
Yeah. You know
his
what?
Wife.
Go fight with the missionary James Reese, okay? Not me. I didn't ask for this.
Okay. If you'd like to read the short story and be just as confused as me, the link has been provided in the show notes. Somebody log into our Discord and explain this to me. Like, I have questions. All right, moving on. Wait, is that your I Like Bread mug?
It is my I Like Bread mug.
It's so cute.
I love it. We bought this in my bachelorette, and it says I like bread because it reminds me of Amanda Bynes' show when she'd be like, I like eggs, and I feel like
I
resonate with her.
So
yeah.
Okay. So Yinny, do we have another better, clearer depiction of Mrs. Claus?
I'm working on it. Give me a second.
Work faster.
Hey.
No.
From 1849 to about 1854, she would be written in passing in magazines, essays.
I don't like this giggle. Where is this going?
And apparently made an appearance in a Christmas musical at the State Lunatic Asylum in Utica, New York.
An asylum?
And I don't know why this is like a really everywhere I looked, this was like everybody wanted everybody to know that Mrs. Claus came out in a Christmas musical in an asylum.
She believes everybody deserves Christmas.
But it's also confusing because if Santa Claus was by himself and, you went into the asylum because you were not doing well in the head and now you're telling everybody there is a Mrs. Claus. I saw her. But,
this is not helping the recovery of these patients.
This isn't. I was like, why is this a thing? But it is. It is. And, yeah.
Okay.
Now then,
all right.
In 1864, asylum aside, we get more of a depiction of our Mother Christmas in the comic The Metropolites by Robert St. Clair. Mrs. Claus appears wearing Hessian high boots, a dozen of short red petticoats, and an old, large straw bonnet.
So she's a fashion icon.
She is a fashionista. She's also depicted bringing someone a wide selection of clothing to wear. So I'm telling you, it's like the devil wears Prada, but the reindeer wears Prada.
Oh my gosh. I am now picturing Mrs. Claus as Miranda Priestley, but just like smiling.
Yeah.
And nice.
Yeah. And then she's like, but then instead of, when like she says the cerulean sweater monologue, instead it's like Anne Hathaway saying, oh my God, I love these sugar cookies. And she goes, sugar cookies? These
are sugar plums. Get it right, child. Or else you're on the naughty list next year.
Naughty list. Straight there.
That is all.
Oh my God.
Miranda Priestley as Mrs. Claus.
I love it, though.
I do, too. I'm sorry.
So, now, our fashionista.
No, hold on. Okay, so our fashionista, what about her?
Our fashionista gets a little bit more personality in 1889 when author and poet Katherine Lee Bates wrote Goody Santa Claus on a Sleigh Ride. This poem is all about Mrs. Claus asking to join her merry husband for the night to deliver gifts to all the children, which is a running theme. It's a running theme. I'm just going to say it from now. It's such a cute poem.
She likes quality time with her husband.
She does. It's such a cute poem. There's no plot twist about, her not being Mrs. Claus. James Reese, I'm looking at you. Here's a little teaser of it that will make you all giggle.
It would be so very cozy, you and I, all round and rosy, looking like two loving snowballs in our fuzzy Arctic furs, tucked in warm and snug together, whisking through the winter weather, where the tinkle of the sleigh bells is the only sound that stirs. Our Mrs. Claus is a romantic.
She is.
Aww, she's so cute.
I love her, and we love a girl who speaks her mind and knows what she wants. So.
And she says, honey, I need a date night. And Mr. Claus is going, honey, it's literally my one busy night of the year. Cool, I'll go with you.
By the way, we've left the link to read this poem as well in the show notes. All of these poems are free to read online, and they're very, very cute.
They're so cute.
As we venture into the 20th century, we see way more appearances and a growing popularity for Mrs. Claus. So here's a little short timeline of some key points. No more asylum talk, I promise.
Thank goodness.
Starting in 1912, though, we have a one-act play by Belle Elliott Palmer called Mrs. Santa Claus, Militant.
Militant?
That's right. In this one-act play, Mrs. Claus is sick and tired of her husband never listening to her ideas. So she goes, I'm going to steal the sleigh and reindeer, and I'm going to go deliver gifts by myself. Until she crash lands in New York City, out of all places.
Well, is this leading into the stereotype that women can't drive?
You know what? I thought it, but you said it. Now, changing her name to Mrs. North, because no one would realize. She organizes a strike at a local toy factory to protest child labor and poor working conditions. Hell yeah.
Okay, I support that.
In the end, not only does she confront the factory owner and give her a piece of her mind with a candy cane shoving it up his, you-know-what. Her husband and her make up, with him realizing that she is truly the reason for his success.
I'm telling you, like you said earlier, behind every great man is a great woman.
In
1923, The Great Adventure of Mrs. Santa Claus by Sarah Addington and illustrated by Gertrude Kay is published. Probably the first ever illustrated book featuring Mrs. Claus. This book is actually quite a sought-after antique, and it's currently on sale for $500 on eBay.
I saw, because I wanted to Google it. I was like, oh my God, I kind of want this for like my kids. And I'm like, no.
Right. Like, it'd be so cute. And then you're going, oh, never mind.
Nat King Cole releases his song, Mrs. Santa Claus, in 1953. Here we get a little bit more lore, if you will, about Mrs. Santa Claus. She feeds the reindeers, wraps the gifts, packs the sleigh,
keeps Santa's red suit looking nice, gives him sound advice, and gives brownies all their spice.
Reads the notes from girls and boys in charge of the order of toys and fills every heart with wondrous joys.
Mrs. Santa Claus. I love that song.
Yeah.
I love Christmas. Yeah. So I'm going to be obnoxious for like the next month.
Month.
All right. In 1963, Phyllis McGinley writes the children's book, How Mrs. Claus Saved Christmas, which is all about Mrs. Claus being able to deliver gifts to children around the world while Mr. Claus is sick in bed.
Mm-hmm.
Totally not going to mention that he's sick in bed thanks to Mrs. Claus' continuous ideas. To be honest, she probably needed some time away from the elf children and her husband.
She is there every damn day. You know what?
She is.
Like, he gets one day off. She ain't got no days off. You know? Just saying.
It's so unfair.
It is. Speaking of Phyllis McGinley, in 1974, we got Rankin Bass's stop-motion film, The Year Without a Santa Claus, which is based on the book.
Oh, okay.
In this film, Mrs. Claus narrates the entire story. Shout out to Shirley Booth, who had this be her final film before retiring from acting.
Aw.
Yeah, I thought that was
is
super
a
cute.
lovely note to go out on. She's like, You know what? I got to narrate a Christmas movie. I'm good.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's like a goal. I think one of my Christmas movies that I was in is going to come out. It's like an elf movie. So
Aww,
I have like
so
3
cute.
lines, but I'm like, yes.
You're like, I did it.
Christmas.
I did it.
So, as the years rolled by, Mrs. Claus began to have a personality and become way more than just Mr. Claus's wife.
Well, good.
While Santa has always been depicted as holly and jolly, Mrs. Claus tends to have a feistier side to her.
I love this.
Yes.
I love this. Oh my gosh, she's Cuban.
I always knew. And I know that they sell Asian Santa Clauses. So Alex and I are Mr. and Mrs. Claus. I'm just saying
I
it.
love that. I do love that.
I'm just saying it. Now,
also, as an aside, and I think I may have mentioned this in our Santa Claus episode, but one of Jared's goals when he's an old man is to dress as Santa. Right, because like he's got the little rosy cheeks, and you know he's a broad, stocky boy.
So you have to be Mrs. Claus. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. We're the perfect Mr. and Mrs. Claus duo. That's it.
I love it.
We could both do it.
Oh, it's so good. All right. So continue to tell us how Mrs. Claus has a feistier side. I'm sorry, my brain skipped forward 40 years into the future. It was great. I see my future, and it is bright.
It is bright and merry. All right. She is always working in the background, tending to the elves, feeding the reindeers, assisting with toy orders and production, ensuring Santa ain't late for his runs around the world, and as we've mentioned in our timeline, always trying to give Santa new ideas, but that's because it better helps him in his night-long journey around the world.
She is a busy woman, and that is what a loving wife does.
Yeah.
She tries to figure out, okay, how can we make this better?
Exactly.
Because, I mean, if she didn't say that, husbands around the world would just go, well, it's always worked this way. Let's just keep doing it this way.
Yep.
Nope.
Exactly.
Self-improvement.
Exactly. And while her husband does get all the credit, we have seen her come out more in toys, movies, and shows, giving Mrs. Claus her own storyline and recognition for her hard work.
I love it.
Yes. There is no Mr. Claus without his Mrs., guys. She represents all the good of Christmas, the reminder for all of us to be kind, helpful, and love those dear to us. While she does give a piece of her mind when she needs to, she also shows us how supportive she is of her husband, how she works tirelessly to ensure not just his success, but the success of the children receiving their gifts and feeling the wonderful magic of Christmas. So,
Yenny, that's so sweet.
Thank you.
Love this.
I'm here every Thursday. So, now, I gotta say, I found this website called the Santaverse, and I absolutely love it.
The Santaverse?
And I had to jot down these fun facts about the North Pole's most famous wife and mother of elves. So get ready for cuteness overload, okay, guys? Because these facts are just the cutest.
Okay. After recent renovations and restructuring of the North Pole's toy shop, Mrs. Claus is now the chief of holiday harmony and design. That just gives me the idea that, like, you know, like Chip and Joanna Gaines from like the HGTV, like they do those renovations. I now picture like Mrs. Claus has her own like magnolia type brand interior decor, but maybe like hers is called poinsettia or something like that.
I love it. Now, while her name has changed throughout the years from different storylines, per the Santaverse, her canon name is Miri, and she is originally from modern-day Scandinavian countries.
Oh, I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Just like her husband, Mrs. Claus is a skilled polyglot, which is such an amazing skill, able to speak in every language of our world fluently. She's got to be able to talk to the kiddos.
Exactly. She's known as the reindeer whisperer, for she has a special bond not only with them, but with pretty much every living creature.
They all love her.
Oh.
Speaking of the reindeer, sources say that all of Santa's famed 8, Dancer, Dasher, Donner, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, and Cupid, were introduced to him by none other than Mrs. Claus herself.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, does make sense considering the fact that technically all of Santa's reindeer are female. Girl power.
Freaking girl power. When asked what her weakness is, Mrs. Claus admits that she's a perfectionist. But hey,
that's true.
Santa's suit and the elves' clothing are freaking timeless. So her perfectionism is okay with me.
Right? And while now her hair is as white as snow, in her early years, Mrs. Claus was a redhead.
Oh, love that for her.
That's really cute. That's really cute.
Love that for her. I loved these fun facts. They were the cutest thing ever. If you guys want like random Santa facts, apparently Santaverse is the creators of Elf in the Shelf too. Like I think that they did like their whole thing. It's super, super cute.
Aww.
But let's go into modern media. I'm telling you guys, today's episode is really short and sweet and cute and filled with merry and brightness. So, 1970s Rankin Bass film Santa Claus is Coming to Town gives us a little more backstory on Mrs. Claus.
I do love that one.
Before being married to her jolly man, she was a school teacher by the name of Miss Jessica, who did not, in fact, like Kris Kringle very much, must I say.
Enemies to lovers!
Oh, the first.
Love it. Now kiss!
Yes, kiss.
Wondrous Mrs. Claus, a literary and pictorial review of the Christmas character by author and historian Pamela McColl, was published this year. It chronicles all of Mrs. Claus from 1849 to present day.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I did.
Very, very cool.
I wanted to get it because I'm just like, not Sarah saving it. Not Sarah saving the title.
Yes.
I
just put it into Google.
Buying it.
I'm like, I want to find this.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it too because, we really don't have so many things on that. And it does seem also like a cute book to have for the kiddos. Now,
it does.
Probably my favorite movie in the entire franchise, and I've said this already before.
Yes, I agree. This one is the best one.
It is. The Santa Claus 2 featuring Tim Allen is all about Scott, a.k.a. Santa, finding his Mrs. Claus. In comes Principal Carol Newman, played by Elizabeth Mitchell, enemy number 1 for Scott's son, who's currently failing school. But is Principal Newman's heart really made of ice?
I do love the fact that there's an ongoing trend of like Mr. and Mrs. Claus being enemies to lovers. That is adorable.
I love it.
But yes, that is, I personally think the Santa Claus 2 is the best of the Santa Claus franchise.
It really is. Although I will say, I do love, my favorite scene of the Santa Claus, the first one, is when the stepdad, that he's a psychologist. When the stepdad really finds out that Scott's Santa, and he's like, Santa? I know his face is just like every time because it was like that split second where it's not about being ex-husband, current husband. Like it was just the joy
He's a
of
kid.
Santa. Yeah. Oh,
right?
Gosh, I love it.
I love it. Mrs. Claus makes an appearance in the Netflix Christmas Chronicles, particularly having a larger role in the sequel movie, where she assists in the retrieval of Santa, who is currently stuck in the past thanks to one very naughty elf.
Yes.
And as a bonus mention, in the animated Christmas movie Klaus, also available on Netflix,
so
Mrs. Claus or Mrs. Klaus doesn't have a huge role, but she is partially the inspiring factor that gets the story going. And there's a particular scene where my husband always starts crying. It's so sweet.
That movie did not need to hit how it hit. I'm just gonna say
so
that.
Good.
And it's not like you don't expect it. So it's like I love it. I love it. I think as two women who are married or about to be married, Mrs. Claus really is like a wonderful wife figure. She's like
so
that.
Sweet.
Mr.
And
Claus
still holding her own.
Time. Yeah, like Mr. Claus tries. He's like, you know what? Yeah, come with me, baby. Let's go around the world. So, I really love Mrs. Claus. Always have. She's the cutest.
She's wonderful.
Yes. Now on to our siren call. Take a trip to the past by watching The Year Without Santa Claus. It's actually available either on Apple TV for free, or you can, I think, rent it for like $3.99 on Amazon Prime and stuff.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it's available for rental too.
You can also check out Santa Claus 2, which is available on Hulu and Disney+. So really, really good watch. The best of the best.
It's so fun. It's so feel good.
Yes.
So thank you for joining us on this adventure into the myth of the misses. And Yinny, thank you for taking us on this journey.
Oh, I only do it every once in a while. Oh my God, I'm so burpy. I'm burpy because I'm having my I Like Bread coffee, and so should you. Have a coffee while you listen to us. Make sure you have a lid on it so that it doesn't splash and then burn your thighs in the car.
We don't want this.
Yeah, we don't want this for you. But thank you so much for hanging out with us, and get ready for next week as we continue our Christmas spirit. And now we're going to bring out sweaters every time.
All the themed clothing.
All the themed clothing. We only got 2-3 weeks left. We gotta pack
Pretty
up.
much.
Gotta pack up the themed clothing. All right, guys. We love you. Have a great rest of your week and enjoy your weekend.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to Story Sirens. You can follow us on Instagram at Story Sirens Podcast. Want to support us? Send us a cup of Ko-fi by searching ko-fi.com/storysirens. We've got lots of treats for those who become siren seekers. All research materials can be found in the episode summary. Music by Donald Guzzi and artwork by Alexis Torres. Story Sirens is a Feather and Fin production. See you soon.